I don't have it. Yes. Good evening, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Yes, good evening. Good evening. How are we? It is until I start seeing people here with me. Yes, before I can say one or two things about why we've not been coming into your space. Yes, it is your advocate online that is saying hello, good evening, how are we this evening? Today is another Saturday. Incidentally, is the last Saturday in the month of September. In about a few hours, we'll be saying bye-bye to September. I say welcome the month of October. So how are we? Hello, hello, hello. How are we doing? I hope we've been faring well. I've not been receiving our questions. I've not been receiving our question and answer. Our questions to which I will need to give answers to. Is it that we've been having it so easy? You know, we've not been having anything rough. And I told us also, like some of my listeners and viewers, whatever had been our experiences too, let us come online here and share with me so that we can beam the searchlight of law on them and see how we can help one another. This program is essentially for our women, most importantly, our women, in our villages, in our hamlets, in the interland there. I'm not saying our elites, my colleagues, and the people, in the metro cannot also enjoy this and cannot make use of them. But I am saying if you have many women or any of our women that have issues or rough edges or friction with the law, call on the advocate online so such that um, we can find solution and we can provide help, can provide solution and find help to it. I can see Mr. Martins Benga. Hello, good evening, sir. How are you this weekend? Happy month ending. So I want us to please kindly, Mr. Martins Benga, kindly help me share so that we can go viral. At least people can know that yes, the advocate online is around and she's live in house. Yes, thank you for watching, Mr. Martins Benga. Thank you for coming on. I appreciate you. Kindly help me like it, share it, and subscribe also if you're on YouTube with me. Thank you. And I want to sincerely apologize. I'll keep doing this till, my time lapses on this program. For today, I will need to apologize for the fact that last week, Saturday and Tuesday, we were unable to come. I was unable to come on your space. I was able to come up. So it's due to one thing or the other. But of course, I can never take us for granted. Thank you for coming online. This is Gender and the Law. And I just want to do a recap this evening of what we did the other time before I kind of went off. But I promise us that no matter what, every Saturday we'll always dig into, all those areas of law that can help us, even as men, and that can help us, that can help our women. So thank you so much for joining me. I can see hi Morgan. Hello, Ike. How are we? How are we doing? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate you. Thank you for coming online and thank you for watching your advocate online. Yes, your advocate online is here. I'm here live in your faces. So, how are we doing? Thank you for coming on. Ike, just help me like it, share it, and then you can subscribe to my YouTube channel to Gender and the Lord, Deborah's World, Debbie's World, and let me share it too, so that at least next time when I'm called, it will notify that I am online. Thank you so much. So I shared with us last the other week, that is the penultimate week, I shared with us on how some of our bills, women bills that were sent to the National Assembly, were rejected outrightly without consideration by our lawmakers. And I told us I tried to pick one after the other those bills that were very important to our women, but of course, that the National Assembly found not important. And of course, the laws, the bills enacted without consideration. And I tried to pick one after the other what those bills were and how important those bills were important to our women. And like I said, since this program, the primary focus of this program is for our women who are inside in our villages that do not even know their left from their right in terms of what their rights are. Once I, relate to us and I say some of this thing in English language, I will also try to interpret and say it in Yoruba so that this can be replayed to our women there and they will also know what their rights are. They will also have a feel of what is going on in the infraction. It was a call that came in. Well, one of those bill was on the citizenship, you know, status of our women in Nigeria. We spoke about the fact that a man, a Nigerian man, if he's married to a Nigerian man, if he's married to a foreigner, automatically means that foreigner, by virtue of a marriage, becomes a Nigerian. But that is not the same with our women. I can see Mr. Oluade Covenant presently, hook up to me or is watching live. Thank you, sir. Kindly help me like, share, and subscribe. I think Mr. Oluade is a regular um, watcher of this program or the subscriber to this particular program. Thank you so much, sir. We appreciate you. Yes, I can see Mr. Johnson Odunton too come up and on here live on this channel. Thank you so much, Mr. Odunton. God bless you. Like I used to say, just kindly help me share it. Share it, let it go viral. Let people know that the advocate online is available now, is presently online, to talk to us. So I said last time we delve into the five bills that were rejected by the National Assembly. And one of them, like I said, is this citizenship status that a Nigerian woman that is married to a foreigner that marriage does not confer on the foreigner, that is the man that is the foreigner, doesn't confer on that person the citizen of Nigeria. Unlike a man, a Nigerian man that is married to a foreign woman, the marriage automatically confer on that woman the status of, I mean, the citizen status of a Nigerian. I mean, being a Nigerian. So this does not, a lot of criticism had come up, for this. I can see Mr. Rasaki Ismail Adekunle. Thank you. Yes, that's my colleague. Thank you so much, Mr. Ismaila. Thanks for that. I see Bradley Chapman. Thank you, Bradley. God bless you. Just let me share it, and like it too. Then comments. I need comments also. I need comments to know how we're faring. Now, I want to say, especially on this program, I want to say that I do not take you guys for granted, because of course last week Saturday we could not come online for one challenge or the other that has happened. But I want you that moving forward, we won't be having such issue, with us again. Yes. So it means that if peradventure I marry a foreigner, and such a person comes around, and we try to also explain on how we get citizenship status, in the country, especially in Nigeria. You can be a citizen of a particular country by by indigenization. That is, your parents, your grandparents had been here and for a long time, and you are born into this. Through them, you can have a citizenship in this country. You can also have a status of being a citizen of Nigeria by registration, and you can also have, a citizenship of Nigeria, but the number of years with which that is naturalization. You have stayed for a number of years, a longer time, and you have naturalized. You can also have it, that way. And but yes, Uncle Akonwo Idowu Nathaniel, thank you. Good evening, Uncle. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I appreciate Shefunmi Adepega Oloniboko. Thank you so much, my sister. Thank you for coming on and watching, and I appreciate you. So moving on quickly today, before I won't really take our time, but I really want to hammer on the fact that, you see, there is this word that says, "What is sauce for the goose is sauce for the gander," but it doesn't apply in this, citizenship thing. It doesn't actually apply for a man that is Nigeria, can all go anywhere in the world, bring his woman to the country, and by virtue of that marriage, of course, the woman becomes a Nigerian. But that does not apply to our women. A woman cannot go outside of country, find love there, and at the end of the day, probably the man comes to stay in the country and now, they give him the cloak of that citizenship. It doesn't, go like that. And this is why, our women, so there is this force joining of forces, and this bill is one of those bills that was rejected. And it's a pain, you know, to us. It is like we as women are not human beings. How can a woman not find love outside of the country? Go there, bring whoever she has found love with, come back to the country. And if the man decides to live with this woman in the country of that woman, especially here in Nigeria, I'm talking about Nigeria, such a man will not be given that legal status, no matter the number of years such a person has stayed. So the person cannot, by virtue of marriage, become a Nigeria, which, if you're a man, you bring a woman from any part of the world, as long as she's ready to stay with such a man in the country, then she becomes a Nigerian. So this shows that even for us as women, we are still being discriminated in that part, on that issue. We cannot be shown to be the same. We are not even rubbing shoulder with our men, but we are saying if a man can find love outside of the country and can bring his woman to the country, and such a woman is given that legal status of being a citizen of this country, same should happen to our women too. They are also human beings. They are human beings, and if they go outside and they find love, and such love is brought back, their love is brought back to the country, they should also be looked upon by virtue of that marriage as citizen of this country. I will hold on there. I want even our women to bring up, on this particular status, how do you feel? Consider it. What if you have a daughter? You send such a daughter outside of the country, such a person find love there, and they decide to come back to the country, and the man that she got will not be conferred with that status of being the citizen of this country. No matter the number of years such a man decides to stay with his woman in the country. Ẹ ṣé, ẹ kálẹ́ o, ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi tẹ́ ń wò mí nílé. Agbẹjọ́rò orí afẹ́fẹ́ yín náà ni, pàápàá jùlọ fún àwọn obìnrin wa. Inú mi dùn pé gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin tí wọ́n ti darapọ̀ mọ́ mi lórí ètò yìí, àwọn ni a máa ń pè ní igi lẹ́yìn ọgbà àwa obìnrin. Àwọn igi lẹ́yìn ọgbà tí ò jẹ́ kọ́gbà túká. Ẹ ṣé àdúpẹ́. Mo ti kí wa lọ́pọ̀lọpọ̀. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, ètò yìí wà fún àwọn obìnrin, ṣùgbọ́n gbogbo àwọn ọkùnrin, a mọ̀ pé àwọn ọkùnrin wa náà wọ́n ní ìyá, wọ́n ní ẹ̀gbọ́n lóbìnrin, wọ́n ní àbúrò lóbìnrin, wọ́n dẹ̀ ní àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ obìnrin. Mo fẹ́ kọ́kọ́ tọrọ àforíjì pé mi ò lè wá sí ojúùran wa ní Sátidé tó kọjá àti ọjọ́ Tuesday náà. Ó sapá kan jà mọ́, ó lọ tínrín, ṣùgbọ́n a dúpẹ́ pé Ọlọ́run ti gba gbogbo ògo. Mo dẹ̀ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ àwọn tó ń pè mí pé a rí yín lórí afẹ́fẹ́, kí ló ń ṣẹlẹ̀, a rí yín online, ṣé kò sí? Mo fẹ́ dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ wọn. Ọlọ́run náà á bá mi rántí àwọn náà. Thank you so much. Ibi tá a fi àdàgbà rọ̀ sí ní ọjọ́ Sátidé tí ọ̀hún ni pé kí ni ó ń fún àwa, kí ni ó ń òfin tó fi sí wa lórí pé a jẹ́ abínibí ilẹ̀ ìlú wa ń bí tá à ń pè ní Nàìjíríà, orílẹ̀-èdè wa tá à ń pè ní Nàìjíríà. Abala tó dẹ̀ sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀, mo sọ fún wa ní ọ̀sẹ̀ tí tọ̀hún. Ṣùgbọ́n nǹkan kan tí mo fẹ́ gbé, ìkan nínú ẹ̀ tí mo fẹ́ fi ṣe gbòógì, nǹkan tí mo máa sọ ní àṣálẹ́ yìí ni pé báwo ni ká jẹ́ ọmọ orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Mo sọ fún wa pé àwọn ọkùnrin wa ní ìlú wa ń bí, tí wọ́n bá lọ sí òkè òkun, pàápàá jùlọ tí wọ́n bá rìnrìn àjò tán lọ sí òkè òkun, tán bá rí bí ìfẹ́ wọn ń bẹ. Okay, thank you. Bradley Chapman has said something. I'll come back to Yoruba. Yes, Bradley said, yes, my thought, the fact that when a woman gets married, she gets the surname of the man she's married to, making people think that a woman cannot affect a man's name, therefore his citizenship, which isn't supposed to be so. Thank you, Bradley. I appreciate this, your thoughts. Is it supposed to be so? Even the fact that a woman gets the surname of her husband doesn't deprive her and does not make the man to be less a Nigerian. If the man had come in properly, married to the woman, and they decide to reside in this country. Bradley, thank you so much for this your line of thought. A marriage, the fact that a woman is married, fine, will confer on her the status of just being married. But does it take away from her the right of being a human being? Does it take away from her the right of being a human, of being a being, somebody that also has a right, the inalienable right as is being given by God? And that is why we've been clamoring. I think there is still going to be a representation of those rejected bills. A woman, by virtue of marriage, wherever you find love and wherever you feel like staying, shouldn't be denied. Even her husband should not be denied the status of being a citizen of that particular place. It gets so bad that even some of these men will have contributed their quota. They bring in businesses. They are respectable people. They are good professionals, and they've contributed quotas even to the economic of the country. But even at that, such men are still not recognized as citizens of this country. Thank you so much, Bradley. I appreciate you. Thank you. Thumb up for you. Thank you so much. This is what I want. I want our thoughts. Questions. Let us raise gbogbo wa mo tún kí wa lẹ́ǹkan sí i. Pàápàá jùlọ àwa tún jẹ́ pé èdè fírìnfìntì yìí à ń sọ pé kí ló ń sọ. Agbẹjọ́rò wọ orí afẹ́fẹ́ náà ni Deborah Olúyẹmisí Collins. I'm here live. Mo wà lójú yín báyìí ní ojú ìwòran yín. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́, tó bá jẹ́ pé lẹ́yìn ìgbà tí a ṣe live tán lẹ come up, ẹ jọ̀ọ́ lórí YouTube channel mi tí a pè ní Debbie's World, Gender and the Law. Ẹ jọ̀ọ́ ẹ bá mi lọ síbẹ̀, ẹ bá mi share ẹ bá mi share ẹ bá mi subscribe náà, so that tí n bá ti ń bọ̀ ẹ ti máa mọ̀ pé yes, she's coming online, pé mò ń bọ̀ ní online. Yes, I can see Oluwade Covenant. He says women are not to be deprived of their citizens' rights. Yes, it may be very barbaric in this time and age. And that was why last year, in fact, it was even the month of women that those bills were rejected. I know a lot of women, of course, on rampage that is not supposed to. It was a virtual slap. It was virtual slaps on the faces of our women. It means we are still rated as second class in this country. A man will find love anywhere. A woman too should be given the right to find love anywhere. And if they decide after finding love, they want to come back into the country and stay in the country anywhere, as long as they are in that place and they are contributing their quota, if the man should put in for the citizen, status of that country, I believe supposed to be given that status, conferred with that status. And I want to, you see, these are men that are even supporting us. I thank you, Bradley, and I also thank you, Oluwade, for this comment. Thank you so much. Yes, so fún àwọn èèyàn wa tí wọ́n wà ní ojú ìwòran náà, wow, I can see Sylvia. Sylvia, darling, how are you? Thank you so much for coming on. Thank you for watching. This is Gender and the Law. And this is Deborah, your advocate online. English. Sorry, that was interrupted. This is Deborah. That is your gender advocate. That is Advocate Online. I am live in your faces. Thank you for coming on, Sylvia. I appreciate you. Yes, and to all of us that are on Facebook, I am also live on the YouTube. Kindly help me go to my YouTube channel, help me subscribe, help me like it, and help me share. Please, I thank you so much for doing that for me. So, what I had said so far, I want to also relate it in Yoruba language because I will soon be going off now. I will soon be, yes. I want to tell tí mò ń sọ tí mo ti ń sọ láti bí ogún ìṣẹ́jú sẹ́yìn ni pé mo ti mú ẹyọ kan nínú àwọn nǹkan tí a ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa ẹ̀ ní bí ọ̀sẹ̀ méjì sẹ́yìn. Kí obìnrin jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ilẹ̀ yìí ní ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà wa yìí, tí irú obìnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá lọ káàkiri ká níbi tó ti rí ìfẹ́ ọkàn ẹ̀ àti ayọ̀ ọkàn ẹ̀ bí ọkùnrin tó fẹ́ fẹ́, tó bá fẹ́ rú èèyàn bẹ́ẹ̀ tó bá mú wá sí ilẹ̀ wa ní ìlú òmìnira nílẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yìí, irú ọkùnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ òfin wa sọ pé kò lè gba n tá máa fún gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ bíbí ilẹ̀ yìí, kò lè gbà á. Tẹ́ bá dẹ̀ wò àwọn ọkùnrin wa táwọn bá lọ táwọn náà rí ìfẹ́ ọkàn wọn ní ibikíbi tán bá rí ńbẹ̀ tí wọ́n mú wá sí ilẹ̀ Nàìjíríà yìí, tóbìnrin náà bá ti wọ ìlú tó dẹ̀ ti fẹ́ tí obìnrin àjèjì náà bá ti dé, òfin wa sọ pé constitution wa, òfin wa tá à ń lò sọ pé irú obìnrin bẹ́ẹ̀ ó ti di Nàìjíríà nìyẹn. A dẹ̀ wò pé nǹkan tó dáa kò ń ṣe tẹnìkan, nǹkan tó dáa fún ọkùnrin kò ń ṣe pé kò dáa fún obìnrin. Ibẹ̀ ni Bradley ó ti sọ̀rọ̀ nípa pé àwọn obìnrin náà nígbà tán bá ti marry, ṣé mọ̀ pé táwọn obìnrin wa bá gbéyàwó orúkọ ọkọ wọn ni wọ́n máa ń jẹ́. So pé bóyá ìdí nìyí tí wọn kì í fi fún àwọn ọkọ wọn ní pé wọ́n lè jẹ́ ọmọ bíbí ìlú wa ní Nàìjíríà yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn in this time and age, ká ní bóyá bí 20 years 30 years back, bóyá yẹn sì lè wà tenable, bóyá yẹn wọ́n sì lè gbà á, a lè gbà á wọlé. Ṣùgbọ́n ní ayé ìsìn tá a wà tó jẹ́ pé ayé bàálù tó ń fò ní digital age la wà báyìí, irú nǹkan bẹ́ẹ̀ yẹn kò ṣe gbà wọlé. Òun ló ṣe wá ní àwọn obìnrin ṣe rò ó pé ó ṣe jẹ́ pé àsìkò yìí ní ọdún tó kọjá ní àwọn òfin tí wọ́n gbé lọ sí ilé ìgbìmọ̀ aṣòfin wa lókè tí wọ́n dànù bí omi ìṣanwọ́. Wọ́n ṣe dànù, wọ́n dànù tìkètìkè, wọn ò tiẹ̀ fún ní consideration kankan. Màá tún máa sọ síwájú sí i ní irú, mo dẹ̀ fẹ́ gbọ́ ọ̀rọ̀ láti ọ̀dọ̀ yín. Kí lẹ̀yin rò? Ṣé ẹ rò pé bó ṣe wà yìí náà ni kó máa wà lọ? And as a woman, should it continue this way? Some of these discriminatory practices, do we continue to condone it? This is even at the national stage. There are some that happen at the local level. I will come next week, we'll discuss that. And there are some that happen even between a man and a woman. Within the family, discriminatory practices, and which our laws have said, our laws are against. There are some that our law condones, and there are some that our law condone, and there are some that our law are against. These are the issues I'll be raising, and we'll be discussing them. And I want you to raise questions. My line, please, it's WhatsApp only. If you have questions, just send to me. Probably we have live issues, things that had happened to our women too. Some people, they will tell you a woman cannot take bail for a man. A woman cannot stand surety for a man. What law says that? We will come to that later. But for now, I want to wrap up. And I'll be seeing you next week. Okay, Yemi Adetutu, thank you for coming on. please, you can still go back and watch what I discussed so that you can raise questions. I need posters, I need questions, and I need us to even discuss our experiences when it comes to some of these issues we are raising and we're discussing. Okeyemi Adetutu, thank you, darling sister. She's my colleague also. She's a lawyer. Thank you so much for coming up. I can see Ogunfayo Adewale Ahmed. Thank you so much, brother. Thank you for coming up. Please, you guys should help me go to my YouTube channel. It is Gender and the Law, Debbie's World, Gender and the Law. Help me go there. Help me subscribe. Help me share too, and help me like it. Till Tuesday, when I will come in your faces again by 8 o'clock. I'll be discussing another issue as it concerns our women. I want to receive your question. I've said it. Okay, my line, I forgot to put that on or to say the number. It is 080-371-66168. Please, WhatsApp only. WhatsApp comments, questions, I need that. I need that so that we can always talk, we can always say things and discuss it. Thank you so much. Till next week when I come your way on Tuesday. Bye. Thank you.